is because Beyonce is the Michael Jackson of our generation.
Another one of these Hollywood explosion. When we talk about Beyonce, hey, Tiffany Red is speaking out about the music industry and calling out Beyonce for taking credit songs that she didn't write. Tiffany, known for songwriting for artists like Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia, is tired of the unfair practice in the music industry. She explained that when songwriters write songs for artists, the artists get a percentage of the publishing, even if they didn't contribute to the writing. Beyonce is mentioned as one of those notorious for this. She has a track record of it. Tiffany also emphasized that Beyonce get a big share of royalties, affecting the actual songwriting earnings. Tiffany pointed out that Beyonce makes songwriting sign non-disclosure agreement, preventing them from complaining. She highlighted the challenge faced by songwriters who struggle to make a living, especially with the shift to streaming that doesn't generate much income for artists. While Tiffany hasn't worked directly with Beyonce, she spoke out against the industry practice. She urged Beyonce to make changes and be fair, suggesting that these practices might be why Beyonce hasn't won the Album of the Year despite having the most Grammy wins. As we know that Jay-Z went up and started ranting about his wife not getting Grammy of the Year. But let's be real. At the end of the day, Beyonce does not write her songs, unlike Taylor Swift, who writes her song. We gotta give credit due on Fantasia, who earns it, earn it, and Taylor Swift is one of them that a lot of people are hating on at this moment. But Taylor Swift, at the end of the day, she writes her own song and she articulates her projects, and it is what it is. Tiffany questioned why songwriters still choose to work with Beyonce, despite knowing about her track record and practices. After emphasizing that the recognition might not overweigh the underpayment and overwork, she believes some in the industry compromise their principle to work with big names like Beyonce. Tiffany hoped that Beyonce pays attention to these concerns and make changes. She suggests a need for change in the industry. She encouraged viewers to share their thoughts and the hopes of Beyonce considering this issue for her next album. Let's watch this.
Is because Beyonce is the Michael Jackson of our generation. And so if there's anybody that could reshape the precedent, if there's anybody that could influence the industry, that had the power and the money and the cultural thing to say, you know what, y'all, you're right. These songwriters have been out here. We've been in the street. Literally, I have been in the street in front of Spotify. I've been in front of Universal. I have sat and I have talked to all y'all publishers. I talked to y'all publishers. I talked to the DSPs. I talked to the copyright royalty, the U.S. Copyright Office. I talked to NMPA. I talked to RIAA. I talked to SONA. I talked to NSAI. I talked to all of them. And guess what? It's not true. I had somebody call it propaganda yesterday. It's not propaganda. The reality is there is no A-list artist, B-list artist, or C-list artist that's not taking publishing, because that is the way the music industry works. And to deny that is delusional. And what I will not allow is for anybody to make me feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, because I know I'm not in the Twilight Zone. I can pull up my records. I talked to somebody yesterday, somebody's a manager of somebody who is a writer and producer on Renaissance, okay? The record is one of y'all faves. The song was written 6 years before it got to Beyonce. She got 25% of the song. I've talked to another writer who wrote and sang on one of your favorite songs. Credit not right, all kind of shit up. His business still isn't handled. Beyonce was on tour last year with that record, with that person's vocals, all that. I'm not crazy. And here's the thing. The reason why people who work for Beyonce don't talk is because they're all on NDAs. Because that's also how she works. She silences people so that nobody can speak. I'm not a writer that's written for Beyonce. I haven't shot haven't shot my shot at Beyonce because I'm not willing to give her any publishing. Not because I haven't had the opportunity. I've had the opportunity to work with everybody. And I've turned down a lot of stuff because I'm not willing to play these games. There's a massive power dynamic happening. Please don't act like it's easy to negotiate with Beyonce and her team, because it is not. If that was the case, there would not be so many people coming to me like, Tiff, this is how much was taken. Shit is not negotiable. It's not. These are the terms, which means, okay, cool, then we work for you, Beyonce. So that means you're an employer. But either way, to imply that the artists do not have to be responsible for the business practices that they exercise with songwriters, to insinuate that the only way you are treated fairly is if you are managed by one of the gatekeepers is bullshit.
What comes to mind when you think about this video? Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and also to subscribe if you're brand new to this channel. Until then, we'll see you around. Thank you for watching and be blessed.